Hey, Simply Sugar here with the Evening News Rundown. There's a lot to get to. So, from courtroom wins to map wars, sweeping visa crackdowns, and even a plague scare in 2025, here are tonight's top headlines. A New York appeals court threw out nearly $500 million in penalties against President Trump in his civil fraud case, calling them excessive. The fraud finding still stands. Trump is still a convicted felon, but of course he is hailing this as a total victory because why not? He still was elected as president with 34 felonies, and now he doesn't have to pay a dime. This is what happens when you allow somebody like this to get into office. This is outrageous because he committed this fraud. This fraud happened, and the amount is the amount he stole out of the pockets of New Yorkers. When you claim that your house is, I'll give an example. I live in an 800 square foot apartment. If I say I need a loan based on an 8,000 square foot apartment when it's only 800 square foot and they give me that excessive loan, it's fraud. I'm lying. And it's a penalty. It's a felony if I do it. Trump is demanding the release of Tina Peters. We're pivoting. The ex-Colorado clerk convicted of election felonies. Now, this is state law. Federal people have no business in what states are doing and what states are convicting people of. He's calling her a political martyr and warned state officials of harsh measures if she is freed. So you're saying, I'm going to withhold something or I'm going to find you liable if you don't free my friend. That doesn't sound bad. That doesn't sound bad at all. It sounds kind of like what a dictator would do. But supposedly we're not in a dictatorship. In other Trump news, the administration has begun a sweeping review of all 55 million visa holders in the U.S. The goal is to identify overstayed security risk or violations that could trigger revocations or deportations. And I wonder who they're going after. That's right. You know, the number one target is always people of color. But we still don't have the PDF files. What's happening with that? Somehow that's disappeared off the radar because of all these other things. Distraction, distraction, distraction. California lawmakers approved a Democratic-drawn congressional map aiming to flip 5 seats. This is to counteract what happened in Texas. Voters will decide in a special election November 4th. I don't think we should stop there. I think maybe we need to secure this just like them. Maybe even get a supermajority. Where are we, New York, Governor Hochul? Where are other, there's 23 Democratic states. Besides California, where's the other 22? Remember, Gavin Newsom says you got to fight fire with fire, and I am in agreement of that. Not saying he's perfect. No one's perfect, but he has this right. Federal prosecutors in D.C. will no longer seek felony convictions for people carrying rifles or shotgun unless paired with violence and other crimes. So, you can carry a shotgun. I wonder how that's going to work if people of color start carrying shotguns in D.C. Will we just let that fly, or will there be some consequences and maybe some police officer shootings in the direction of these people who can carry, or according to this? This is for a certain segment of society, and it's meant for intimidation of people of color. In California, my last story of the day, did you have 2025 and the plague on your bingo card? Well, this is happening. A California resident tested positive for the plague after camping near South Lake Tahoe. Officials stress it's treatable with antibiotics, but warn residents to avoid contact with rodents and fleas. I don't know how you're going to do that if you're camping. I'm Simply Sugar. This is the Evening News Rundown. Please like, share, and follow. And always let me know your thoughts.